Hi again, you guys. So it's Monday. There really isn't a lot for me to vlog today because if you want to see what I do every Monday, go back and watch last Monday's Vlogtober vlog. But basically, I'm doing what I usually do, cleaning and then ordering groceries. Um, but I am trying to vlog every day this month, and I'm today I almost didn't vlog just because I don't feel that good today. But I guess I just wanted to share some thoughts. So I am noticing kind of a reaction in my body. I went to a reunion of sorts a couple days ago, and it was as lovely as it could be. I was like, I had to actively push myself to go, and like, the only way that I can put it into words is that everything in me felt like the entire time it was like there was a part of me that was like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see people I know. It's so good to see people like that are familiar faces. Like, it really actually created a very emotional response to me. And at the same time, it was like on the other side, everything in me was like, run, like get out of here, you're not safe. Like I just felt so divided about it. On top of that, like there's just an atmosphere of change everywhere. It's hard to explain. It's like the way I would describe it, and I really don't, I hope that me sharing this doesn't hurt your feelings or anything, but I really do hope that. I'm just trying to share my experience, but the way I would describe it is it's almost like in the music video of Thriller, when everything's sort of hazy and like they're walking through the woods, like that's how it feels everywhere. Like even when it's bright as day, daylight, it's like kind of eerie. That's the word I would use. It's an eerie feeling. Are you guys experiencing that where you live? Like, when you go out, like if you go visit places that you used to go regularly, is there sort of like an eerie feeling for you? And so that eerie feeling obviously like triggers in me anxiety, and I already don't feel safe. And people are different and more guarded, and a lot has happened. It's like relationships have been torn apart, or like we've abandoned friendships, family members, like, and I'm sort of waking up to this new reality of like, I wish I could have done better. Like this last season was so polarizing, and none of us were ready, and I wasn't. And to tell you the truth, like I was coming out of a season where I wasn't physically well, and I was already tapped out emotionally. So it's not like when the pandemic started I was like fresh as a daisy, like I was already really struggling with other things and was already very depleted. And so I've always been kind of a personality where it's like people feel like they can open up to me. Like I've kind of been like the counselor, which is actually my actual personality type is called the counselor, ENFJ. And so that's always been my role in people's lives. Like, I've oftentimes been like the shoulder to cry on, the listening ear, like all of that. But when I get stressed out, part of my ENFJ is that I get a lot more like perfectionistic, and I get a lot more defensive, and like it brings out that side of me. So in the pandemic, I was very stressed out, still am, And so when it's like I got inundated with lots of calls and emails of people who are like, you know what, I'm struggling, I'm going to reach out to Jenny because she's always there for me. Like, this is a job for Jenny. And I'm there like, leave me alone, go away. And I'm, you know, telling people I can't talk, like, and I shut people out. I did. I shut down and shut out because I felt isolated. And on top of that, it wasn't just that. It was that there was actual like attacks coming on me too, like of people, you know, like all that whole upheaval when people were offended, and it's like all of a sudden I'm on one side, I'm having people say, Jenny, we need your help, Jenny, we need the Jenny, and then the other side is like, we hate the Jenny. Jenny's stupid, Jenny made this bad choice, you know, like, so it's like I felt like I was being punished and pulled in, like it was such a push-pull that I literally had nothing to give. And last year around this time, I kind of just shut everyone out, and I'm just starting to open my heart up again. And it's like, it's so hard because like I think if I listened only to my heart is like, never let anyone in ever again. Like my heart is like, don't make me do it, don't make me open up, don't make me let them in, I can't. And then when I do, it's like right now, 2 days after the event, it's, my heart is like it just feels like I've been through a fist fight, you know, like I was running through a scary forest, you know, and finally caught my breath, like, and it's really hard, but I also know that I can't just isolate, that there's no, like, I'm just realizing so much, you guys, that the world really does run on human connection. And so I'm trying, but please be patient with me because my heart is just struggling. It's a struggle. But I'm trying. And what I keep telling you guys throughout this, you know, Vlogtober is like, you know, we have really gotten connected more to our phones than to people in our lives. And that was our coping strategy while we were in a pandemic, you know, like we couldn't leave the house and we were kind of isolated, so we found the best way to connect with people, and that was social media. But now the world is open again, and even though it's terrifying, and even if afterwards, like, I'm still reeling, you know, we still need to get out there. Give yourself grace, some space in between. But as hard as this is, I have no intention of stopping connecting, because I know I need it, and I know that that's also what the world needs. So anyway, that's my thought of the day. Comment below if you have experienced something similar. Comment below of how you're feeling in trying to reconnect, and kind of what your experience has been with, like, either isolation, mental health stuff, and how are you kind of pushing through. If you have any advice for me, I would love it. I am so open to feedback because, you know, I really want to understand how to do this better. Okay, you guys, I'll try my best to see you tomorrow.